Toxic people do not arrive in your life by coincidence. They are not random. They are not unlucky accidents. They are responding to signals. Most people believe strength is loud. They believe confidence is aggressive. They believe protection comes from confrontation. This is incorrect. The most powerful signals are silent. And every single day, without realizing it, many people broadcast a message that says, "You may cross my boundaries. You may disrespect me. I will carry the weight for you." They do not say it with words. They say it with behavior. And toxic people, those who seek control, imbalance, and emotional advantage, are very skilled at reading these signals. They are like predators in nature. They do not attack the strongest animal. They do not chase the one that stands tall, alert, and aware. They go for the one that already believes it is weak. The first signal: apologizing. When you are not wrong. Observe yourself carefully. How often do you say, "Sorry"? Not when you have made a mistake, not when you have caused harm, but when nothing wrong has occurred. Someone bumps into you, you apologize. Someone interrupts, you apologize. Someone is upset for reasons unrelated to you, you apologize. Each unnecessary apology is not humility. It is not kindness. It is self-erasure. In martial arts, there is a concept: giving up your center. The moment you collapse inward, the opponent does not need to push. You have already fallen. When you apologize without cause, you are telling the world, "I am at fault by default. I assume responsibility for your emotions. I will lower myself so you can feel taller." Toxic people listen carefully for this, because if you already believe you are the problem, they never have to take accountability. They can project, they can manipulate, they can blame, and you will absorb it. This is not peace. This is submission. Silence is not weakness. Here is the correction. The next time an apology rises in your throat, but you know you have done nothing wrong, do not speak. Close the mouth. Relax the shoulders. Stay present. Silence creates pressure. When someone expects you to collapse and you remain steady, they feel exposed. They feel uncertain. You may say, "I understand. I hear you. Okay." But do not apologize for existing. A strong person apologizes when they have caused harm. A disciplined person does not apologize to keep others comfortable. Ask yourself, do you want to be liked, or do you want to be respected? You cannot purchase respect with self-betrayal. The second signal: giving away your inner world too quickly. Many people confuse openness with wisdom. They meet someone new and immediately unload their history, their pain, their fears, their insecurities, their loneliness. They believe this creates connection. But true connection is built slowly, like trust in combat. It must be tested. When you reveal everything at once, you are not bonding, you are exposing. And toxic people are excellent listeners. They are not listening to understand you. They are listening to map you. They heard where you feel unworthy, where you fear abandonment, where guilt controls you, where your boundaries dissolve. And they store this information, not consciously as cruelty, but instinctively as leverage. This is not paranoia, this is observation. Power is revealed in timing. A disciplined mind understands this. Your story is valuable, your pain is sacred. You do not hand a weapon to someone before you know their intentions. Healthy people share gradually. They watch behavior. They observe consistency. They ask, do they respect time? Do they keep their word? Do they speak with integrity about others? Do their actions match their voice? Only after evidence do they open deeper layers. If someone rushes intimacy, rushes trust, rushes emotional closeness, pause. Depth without foundation collapses. Still water is powerful. A flood destroys everything. Restraint is a form of strength. In the Shaolin path, restraint is not repression. It is mastery. You do not need to explain yourself to be understood. You do not need to reveal yourself to be real. Let people earn access. Those who respect this will stay. Those who do not were never safe to begin with. And this alone, this single shift, will cause many toxic people to lose interest. Because they cannot control what they cannot rush. Remain present. There is a feeling that speaks before words. A quiet tightening in the stomach, a subtle heaviness in the chest. A moment where something feels off. Most people feel this. Very few listen. This is where many lose themselves. The third signal, ignoring the first warning. When someone shows you a behavior that disturbs your inner balance, the mind immediately begins its defense. It's probably nothing. They didn't mean it. I'm being too sensitive. Everyone has flaws. These thoughts do not come from wisdom. They come from fear. Fear of being alone. Fear of conflict. Fear of being wrong. So the warning is dismissed. But understand this clearly. Toxic people always reveal themselves early. They cannot hide their nature for long. They speak badly about others. They cancel plans without respect. They make jokes that leave a bruise. They take but do not give. They react with anger when questioned gently. These are not accidents. They are tests. They are asking one question. How much will you tolerate? Nature always warns before it strikes. In nature, danger announces itself. The rattlesnake shakes its tail. The storm darkens the sky. The fire sends smoke before the flame. Only humans are taught to ignore warnings in the name of kindness. This is not kindness. This is self-abandonment. When you ignore red flags, you are not being patient. You are training yourself to accept harm. One warning may be a coincidence. 2 warnings are information. 3 warnings are confirmation. A disciplined person does not wait for damage. They step back quietly. No drama, no explanation, no need to convince. Just distance. Boundaries reveal character. This is a truth many avoid. Boundaries do not push away good people. They expose bad ones. When you pull back after noticing a red flag, 2 outcomes occur. A healthy person respects the boundary. They reflect. They adjust. A toxic person reacts with anger, guilt tripping, or manipulation. They say, "You've changed. You're being cold. I thought you were nice." Friends don't act like this. These words are not confusion. They are resistance. They are upset because access has been reduced. This reaction is not your failure. It is confirmation. The lie about beingness. Many people carry a dangerous belief. That being good means tolerating disrespect. That being kind means saying yes. That being loving means never walking away. This belief is false. Niceness without strength is not virtue. It is vulnerability. In disciplined traditions, kindness is paired with firmness. A sword without a sheath causes harm. A sheath without a sword is useless. True kindness has structure. Strength and compassion are not opposites. Look at those who mastered balance. Jesus was compassionate and overturned tables when sacred space was violated. The Buddha was peaceful and walked away from his old life without explanation. Gandhi was gentle and stood unmoved before an empire. They did not confuse love with submission. They did not sacrifice truth to avoid discomfort. They protected what mattered. So must you. Why toxic people hate boundaries? A boundary is not an attack. It is clarity. But to someone who benefits from your lack of clarity, it feels like rejection. Toxic people rely on your guilt, your fear of being disliked, your hesitation to disappoint. When you say no calmly, without anger, without explanation, that their tools fail. And when tools fail, frustration appears. Let it. Their discomfort is not your responsibility. Protecting your peace is not selfish. Here is the deeper understandings. When you allow toxic people to drain you, everyone loses. Your family receives less patience. Your real friends receive less presence. Your work receives less focus. And you receive less of yourself. Protection is not selfish. It is strategic. A warrior does not enter every fight. A monk does not attend every argument. They conserve energy for what matters. Quiet withdrawal is power. You do not need closure. You do not need to explain. You do not need to be understood. You need alignment. Step back. Observe. Let behavior speak. Those who respect your boundary remain. Those who do not were never meant to stay. This is not loss. This is purification. Sit with this truth. The strongest shield against toxic people is not aggression. It is not intelligence. It is not experience. It is a full life. The final signal is an empty center. Toxic people are drawn to one thing more than anything else. Emptiness. Not emptiness of money, not emptiness of talent, emptiness of direction. When a person has no inner anchor, no personal mission, no rhythm of their own, they become available to anyone. They wait. They wait for messages. They wait for invitations. They wait for validation. They wait for others to decide how their time will be spent. And when someone finally gives attention, they abandon themselves. Plans are cancelled. Boundaries dissolve. Life rearranges around that person. This is not love. This is dependency. And toxic people recognize it instantly. Why emptiness is an invitation. Imagine a house with open doors, no owner inside, no lights on. Anyone can enter. Anyone can take. Anyone can leave damage behind. But a house that is occupied, organized, alive, this house repels intrusion without effort. A full life does the same. When you have your own interests, your own schedule, your own goals, your own discipline, you are no longer available for manipulation, not because you are rude, but because you are engaged. Purpose is silent authority. Purpose changes posture. You stop leaning toward people. You stop chasing connection. You stop fearing loss because your life already has meaning. People become additions, not lifelines. And this is where something important happens. Toxic people lose interest. They sense you will not drop everything. You will not tolerate chaos. You will not make them the center of your world. They move on. They look for emptier ground. Begin with one thing. Do not overwhelm yourself. Discipline grows from simplicity. Choose one thing that belongs only to you. Something done not for money, not for approval, not for status, only for inner alignment. It may be physical training, learning a skill, creating something, studying, walking in silence, reading with intention. Protect this time. This is not selfish time. This is foundational time. This is where self-respect is rebuilt. From one thing, a life forms. Once one discipline is established, another follows. Energy increases, clarity sharpens, confidence stabilizes. You stop needing people to complete you. And when you stop needing, you start choosing. Choice is power, the ultimate shift. Now understand this clearly. You do not repel toxic people by fighting them. You repel them by becoming unavailable. Unavailable to chaos, unavailable to disrespect, unavailable to emotional games. You are calm, you are full, you are moving forward. And toxic people cannot compete with peace. They require reaction. They require instability. They require access. Remove access and the problem solves itself. Choose one discipline. Do not attempt to change everything at once. That is ego. Choose one discipline from this teaching. Stop apologizing when you are not wrong. Guard your inner story. Observe red flags without denial. Pair kindness with firmness. Build a life that does not revolve around others. Practice it for 1 week. Just one. Observe. Some people will respect you more. Some will grow distant. Some will become angry. This is success. Those who leave were feeding on your old self. Those who stay see your strength. The final understanding. You are not here to be consumed. You are not here to be tolerated. You are not here to shrink so others feel comfortable. You are here to stand upright. To live deliberately. To protect what is sacred. When you do this, toxic people do not attack you. They avoid you. Because they can feel it. You are no longer open ground. You are centered. And a centered person cannot be moved. This is the end of the teaching. Now go, live it. And if this message strengthened you, even slightly, carry it forward in your actions. You already have everything you need.